So, geography is the most interesting, exciting, and the simplest and easiest subject that you'll ever come across. Trust me, guys, there's nothing complicated about geography. Why? Because it's purely general knowledge. It's so nice to learn. By the time you finish watching this video, I can guarantee you're going to become more excited. Welcome to raiti.co.za, a platform where we teach a fish to swim without water. What I'm simply trying to say, guys, we make life easy for you. Without wasting much of your time, let's cut to the chase. Let's crack this geography once and for all. So yeah, let's start with question number 1. And as you can see, question number 1 has a table. And we are supposed to fill in each cell of the table as concise as possible on question number 1. So in question number 1, we have 4 different countries that we have been given, as you can see. And on each of these countries, we are supposed to find the predominant climate type of each of these countries. How do we find the predominant climate type of DRC, for instance? It's provided in the map. Where is the map? It's in the tutorial later. So let's just go straight to the map and check DRC's predominant climate type. Let me scroll, because this is not the map. Scroll. Yep. As you can see, this map says major climate types. Yeah, major climate types. So what we do is we have to locate DRC. There is DRC. There, in Africa. And it has a dark peach color code. Guys, I'm not good with colors, but I hope this is dark peach. So what we simply do here is, if we want to know DRC's major or a predominant climate type, we come here to the key and check the description that is corresponding this color. And as you can see here, this is the color. They say that DRC has humid and seasonally humid tropical climate. What are they trying to say? Well, they are simply trying to say that the weather conditions prevalent in DRC are humid and seasonally humid tropical climate. So, given the information, we take this information, we go back to the table on the question, we fill it here. We do the very same thing with Mongolia. We want to find out if Mongolia also has a humid climate like DRC. So let's go to the map and find out what Mongolia's predominant climate type. Mongolia is here, guys. And you see that it has a different color code with DRC. So it has this light brownish color code. So let's go check the information corresponding to this light brownish color code. And there we are. And as you can see, this color code says Mongolia has dry climate. So which basically means that Mongolia is always dry throughout the year. DRC is humid throughout the year. So we now know that Mongolia has a dry climate. We go to our table. There is Mongolia. We type that Mongolia has dry climate. It's as simple as that, guys. This is simply looking at a map, finding a color code, checking the description that is corresponding that color code, and typing it in this table. But it's asking about climate types. What is a climate? A climate is a weather condition that is dominant in a particular place for a period of time. We all know that each and every place has a different type of a weather. For instance, Limpopo is very, very, very hot than Gauteng. And it's always like that throughout the year. Though it rains, but it's predominantly hot. It's unlike here, it's not as hot as Gauteng. So if Limpopo and Gauteng were also in the map, we were going to say the same thing. So that is what they want you to do on predominant climate type. They want you to check each of these countries and check the predominant climate type. Now that we are done with the predominant climate types of these countries, I hope you'll be able to fix Germany and Uruguay on your own. Let's go to the predominant type of agriculture. Now, this is the most exciting part in that each and every country has its own set of farming activities. Here in South Africa, we have our own set of farming activities, but don't think that people in Germany practice the same set of farming activity that we practice here in South Africa. It differs from country to country, based again on the weather, of course. Ne? So when we're looking at this requirement, we are simply trying to check each of these countries' predominant type of agriculture or farming. Where do we find the information? On a map. Where is the map? It has been given in this tutorial later. That's the good part with geography. They are not asking you information that you have to crack through your head. They are giving you the map. They're giving you the map. They're giving you the information. So let's go to the map that is describing farming. And so here is the map. There is the map. And as you can see, it says subsistence agriculture. You see? So, for instance, the country that we want to find out its predominant type of agriculture is DRC. This is the cell we are supposed to fill in. We go to the map, we locate where DRC is, and this is where DRC is. You see, there is DRC. But now, the part that could be confusing for you guys is if you check, DRC has this orangish color code, and it has bits and pieces of different colors. Here there is this greenish color code and a little bit of some purple. What does it say when a country has different color codes in one place? It basically means that this country has different forms of farming. So for instance, this orangish color code, as you can see here, is described as shifting cultivation. We go to our table and say and we say DRC practices shifting cultivation. But it's not only practicing shifting cultivation. Why? Because there are also other color codes that we show there. So let's go and see what these color codes represent. Let's go to the green color code. It's small, but yeah, they are doing it. And if you check, the green color code represents intensive subsistence wet rice, not dominant. Hey, we go back to our table. We write the same information that they are also doing what? Barking. They are doing intensive subsistence farming. We fill in the information as well. And then we check the purple. It is this purple shade. And purple is plantation. Then we say, no, DRC is also practicing plantation. We do the very same thing with Mongolia. Let's locate where Mongolia is so that we can check its predominant type of agriculture. Mongolia is here, guys. Mongolia is in Asia. This is where Mongolia is. And as you can see, it's predominantly brown. And let's go check what brown represents on the key of the map. And as you can see, it represents pastoral nomadism. It's unlike DRC that's practicing different forms of agriculture. Mongolia only has one. What is pastoral nomadism? Pastoral nomadism is where people are in charge of a group of domestic animals and they are nomads. They are moving from one place to the other, looking for fertile land so that these animals can feed on. So people in Mongolia, I mean, those who watch movies know that people in Mongolia are always tending sheep and cattle and stuff like that. That's the only thing that they practice. So as we said, we check the color code. It's brown. Brown represents pastoral nomadism. We come back to our table. We go to Mongolia. We type and say Mongolia's predominant type of agriculture is pastoral nomadism. we are going to do the very same thing with Germany and Uruguay, and I'm not going to waste my time explaining because I've shown you how to do it. Is that it's easy. Why is it easy? Because these guys gave us a map to refer to. All we have to do is to check what each and every color code is representing based on the location, and then we fill it in these cells and in these boxes. Easy peasy lemon juicy. Yeah, I hope I got that right, the easy peasy part. Okay, so to wrap up, this question was simply asking you to locate information on a map. It was as simple as that. It gave you a country which you have to locate. It gave you that country's color code, and where now all you have to do is to check what each color code is representing on the map, and you fill it in on this table. Where is the map? It's in the tutorial later. It's in Fig 3, Fig 4, Fig 5, Fig 6, and Fig 7. And you are simply going to do the very same thing with HDI and percentage of labor force engaged in agriculture.